Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
It's Yoni and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a reaction. I'm going to be reacting to a small YouTuber who decided to upload a video titled "Cis Black Women Are Destroying the Black Community." Now that is a really big and bold statement to make, but I'm not going to judge based off the title. I'm just gonna watch this video with an open mind. But I will say, based off of the title, if you are not in a good space emotionally, I would not continue on with this video. If you decide to continue on, then I'm assuming that you're in a good space to where you can handle this type of reaction video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reaction.
So today I wanted to talk about something that is really like a topic I think about constantly. It affects my life day in and day out, and really this conversation has been needed to have been had, but it just seems that it always hits a wall whenever this topic comes up. So today I wanted to talk Today I wanted to come in here and talk about the weight of transphobia and homophobia within the Black community, but specifically amongst Black cis women. Because there's a lot of people that don't hold themselves accountable for the things that they say, the actions that they make, the people that they gallivant and hang around, in regard to not seeing the world so black and white, not seeing the world so this or that, not leaving room for the people that exist in the gray areas of our society. And I think that Black cis women have a huge influence on the violence and the murders and the discrimination that Black trans women and Black trans people face overall. That was a really long sentence, and I'm like kind of like proud of myself for getting through it all. Like,
I want to know how, because I'm tired of having these conversations. Please explain to me how we are the ones to influence the violence that's being done against you by cisgender Black men. Please explain to me how we are the ones influencing that. We're being abused, we're being sexually violated, we're being murdered as well. How are we the ones influencing that when it's being done to us? This is a joke. This is a prank. I'm being pranked. I need someone to explain that to me, because what's the point of having these transphobic conversations if we're never getting anywhere? It's the same thing. It's blame Black women for everything. It's blame Black natural born women for everything. We're never going to get anywhere, and it's unfortunate because it's the blame the most oppressed within the community. Let's target them because they're an easier target than to actually go after the people that are causing the oppression. Okay.
I'm sure we all know the narrative that a man who is sexually or romantically attracted to trans women is seen as gay or like not straight, or you know, like in the closet, bisexual, whatever, and that straight men cannot be like attracted to trans women without there being some sort of catch or whatever. People can believe what they want to believe about sexuality, sexual orientation, biology, gender, sex, all of that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense really for Black cis women to hold such strong homophobic and transphobic ideologies in their mind. It doesn't make sense for anybody to hold those, you know, prejudices in their mind.
You mean the labels and the the terminologies that we are accustomed to because of man misogyny? It's something that we endure every day. You mean that, right? Once again, what men do, Black cis men are destroying the Black community. That's what this video should be titled. I don't see how this has anything to do with us, because at the end of the day, we are discriminated against, we're abused, we are dealing with domestic violence, domestic abuse, we're being murdered. I'm not really understanding why we're being addressed as the reason as to why we are destroying the Black community. I'm just so confused, because we're not the ones out here that's murdering other Black women.
Malaysia Booker was found shot to death in a Dallas neighborhood.
Upon arrival, officers found the complainant lying face down in the street, deceased from homicidal violence.
Booker's previous assault in April was captured on cell phone video. The 23-year-old told authorities she was beaten following a minor traffic accident and said her attackers used homophobic slurs. Authorities charged Edward Thomas with aggravated assault. Although it was flagged as a hate crime, gender identity is not listed under Texas's hate crime statute.
Tonight, police are searching for a man who shot a transgender woman. Good to have you with us tonight at 11. That shooting coming inside a mobile gas station at 7 Mile and Greenfield last night about 8 o'clock.
Security video capturing quite a struggle between the two before the woman was shot. Jason Colthorpe is there tonight with a picture of the person police are looking for.
Exactly. I have been in contact with police all night. As a matter of fact, Kimberly, just getting another update. But this is a good look at the man they are looking for right now. No arrests as of now. They believe this is the man who started this confrontation and pulled the trigger here at the mobile gas station. They think it all began in the parking lot here and spilled inside.
So I'm just really confused. I'm really confused. And it just seems like she wants us to force cisgender Black men to accept them sexually, accept them socially, accept them in an attractive way. And it's like, I have no control over that. What a man finds attractive is based off of his preferences, okay? I have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with that. As a natural born Black woman, I have no say so, no control over how a straight man views you sexually, socially, romantically. That is not up to me to decide. That's like me trying to tell somebody to like something. We're individuals and we need to be seen as that. So I'm not sure why we are being addressed at all, to be honest, within this video. I want to know how we as natural born Black women are destroying the Black community when it comes to trans Black women. I want to know, like, verbatim how, why, because everything that you're listing off, these are things that have been created by cisgender Black men. And then to take it a step further, it has been created by cisgender white men, because they are the ones that are truly in power. They are the ones with the capital. It's not us. We're still trying to fight our way somewhere in the middle. We're not even trying to reach the top completely. We're just trying to find, you know, our right somewhere in the middle to where we are being heard, our voices are being heard, our lives matter, and things like that. So I'm just really confused as to why we're being addressed at all in this video, because we're literally at the bottom trying to fight our way somewhere in the middle. So I'm just confused.
But really, Black cis women, it doesn't make sense because y'all are looking crazy, because we are in the same category. We are both at the bottom of the societal totem pole. We are both scrawling and fighting and finding for social capital and recognition in society. And I guess maybe the trans label brings trans people down a little bit or something like that. Like, we are at more of a disadvantage. We do experience poverty at higher rates than Black cis people. But guess what? Hey, hello. Hey, we are in the same category, sis. It's the same thing. And if it has anything to do with the idea that Black trans women are taking Black men from Black cis women, I would just also like to add that, hello.
We don't care.
Hi,
We don't care.
hello.
We don't
Hey,
care.
Girl, we are not checking for him. Nobody's checking for your man. He's checking for me, actually, day in and day out. Every hour on the hour. Nobody wants him. I just feel that a lot of Black cis women have this sort of complex that is very essentialist, very turfy, very much along the lines of white feminism rather than like feminism and womanism in general, which is that because they have vaginas and uteruses, they're somehow better. Like, they somehow...
First of all, we are fighting for the turf. The little bit of turf that we do have, we're fighting for that in order for us to keep our rights, in order for our voices to be heard, in order for us to be seen. We're fighting for that little bit of turf that we have within society, because if we give that little bit of turf up, and it's literally like probably like the size of my hand, where would our rights be? Where would we stand within society? It's like Black trans women don't want to acknowledge that. They're so focused on being accepted by straight Black men in a romantic sense, in an attractive sense, and it's just like, you don't understand the social issues that we face as natural born Black women. And yes, that includes our uterus. Yes, that includes health issues that we face. Yes, that includes how our relation dynamics play out within society, socially, and things like that. That includes all of those things. It's like you guys want to ignore that. Oh, so you can be accepted by a straight man. And let me tell you something, sis. Get in line. Get in line. So yes, we're fighting for that little bit of turf that society has given us, because that's all we have.
Have a right to womanhood over Black trans women. When we experience sexual violence at very similar rates, when we experience the world as Black women as a whole in very similar ways, we're all discriminated against, we're all left out of conversations, we're all seen as this sort of like, I don't know, animalistic sort of like pariah of society. I don't mean all of this to be like destructive or like down on Black people as a whole. I think that Black women are the most beautiful. Like, we are the most beautiful and smart and amazing people in the world. But for us to tear each other down and attack each other when the whole world is attacking us already, like, y'all are doing it when we already have like targets on all of our backs. Did y'all see that?
I want to know how. Like, seriously, if we don't get anything out of this video, I want to know verbatim how. How is it that we don't want to accept you in our space? You're saying we influence straight men, straight Black men, to murder you, to act out of violence against you? I want to know how. I want to hear stories, scenarios. I want to know how. All I heard was, let's blame natural born Black women. Let's blame them for our problems because they're the easier target. Let's not go after the people that are actually in control. Let's go after the people that are the least in control, and let's attack them because they're an easier target. They're the most oppressed. Why attack the most oppressed group out of the community? Why not go after the people that are really in charge? We didn't invent misogyny. We didn't invent misogyny. That was invented by men. How is this our fault? How is this our problem? How is this our issue? How are we the ones to blame for this when it's being done against us? This is absolutely insane to me. This is absolutely insane to me. This is like delusion on a whole nother freaking level. It's like, girl, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I want to know verbatim down below in the comment section how. Scenarios. I have never in my life ever told a straight man what he should do with his body. I always said that I would never date a man, a straight man that has been with another man or a trans woman, because in my eyes that emasculates him. I no longer see you as masculine, and as a heterosexual woman, I want to view you as a masculine man. I don't want to view you as a man that is taking D from a trans woman or another man.
Now, I know some people who don't watch my Instagram lives are like, well, why don't you try dating a gay man? You are gay. Well, when I used to date gay men, it's just there. Like I said, I like masculinity, and a lot of gay men in the gay community are versatile. And I don't want my man getting done in his booty hole. There's nothing wrong with it. Do you. Versatile, shout out to y'all. But I don't want my man getting done in his butt. I don't want my man sucking a penis. I want my man, and I'm not saying when you do those things, you're not a man. It doesn't make you, because you gotta be careful what you say, because none of that stuff doesn't make you masculine or a man, because you're, at the end of the day, you're still a man. But it demasculinizes you when you put a dick in your mouth or in your butt. It just does. It takes away some of your masculinity. I mean, calling it real. But it don't mean that you ain't no strong person. But you gotta be strong to do that.
I want to see you as superior. I want to see you as masculine. I want to see you as not submissive. I want to see you as the one taking control, in control. And unfortunately, when it comes to sexuality, it's literally give and take. It's take or receive. And if a man is out here receiving and he's in the same position as me as receiving, I just feel like it emasculates him. That's how I look at it. So no, I am a natural born woman that does not want to date a man that has been around the block dealing with men that are dealing with gay men or dealing with trans women. I don't want to even picture that in my head because it emasculates him in my mind. It's like I can't overlook that. Is that a social condition? I'm not really sure. But in my opinion, if you are dealing with a trans woman and you are so-called a straight man and you are receiving, that is not masculine. That's feminine to me. And so I just don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of it. It's just not for me. It's my preference though. So I'm not sure. It's like you guys want us to influence and encourage straight men to accept you in a sexual way, in a social way, in, I don't know, like in a romantic sense. And it's just like, that's not up to us to decide. That's truly up to them. All I can do is worry about what I can accept and allow within my life and with who I date. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you don't need to be doing that, or oh, that's gay, or oh, that's bisexual. That's not up to me. But I'm all about what I will allow in my life, my personal space. I have every right to say and to do that and to also have that preference. Just like you have the right to say and do and have your preference, I have that same right. So it's weird how you guys are wanting to force this onto us when in reality, we are not the ones that can truly make that choice and decision. It is straight black men. It's not up to us.
We need to be fighting the rest of these hoes. We need to gang up and fight the rest of these hoes. Hello?
You mean
Hello?
the men?
What's not clicking?
You mean the cisgender men?
What's not clicking?
This is the most delusional video I've ever watched.
And also to add, if you're a black cis woman who has a problem with black trans women taking on the label as being a woman and like the distinction between cis and trans, you should probably reevaluate why you have that problem in the first place. What is it about your vagina, your biology, that puts you at a level higher than a black trans woman who may not be able to give birth?
I don't feel like it puts me at a higher level, but something like ovarian cancer, it does separate me from you. Stuff like that, uterus issues, fertility issues, whether or not I want to have kids or not, those are things that I have to deal with that you don't have to deal with. So it automatically separates us. Science separates us. Biology separates us. So it's like you guys want to ignore that, and that's another part of the delusion that I just do not understand. And it's just weird to me how you guys want us to accept everything about you, but you don't want to do the same in return. And this is why it's so hard to support you guys now. It's getting harder. Every year it's getting harder and harder to support trans people, trans women. It's getting harder and harder and harder because we as women, I feel like particularly black natural born women, we are being attacked more and more by you guys. And it's just absolutely ridiculous when we are not the ones that made up the rules. We're not the ones that made up this social structure. We're not the ones that created misogyny. We're not the ones that created this ideology that if you are a man, if you are a bottom, you lose your masculinity. Like, that ideology was forced onto us as women. That ideology was forced onto us at birth. So how are we the ones to blame for all of this? I feel like you guys need to actually sit down with straight men and have a conversation, but the problem is they don't want to acknowledge you. They don't want to be in the same room with you, and that has nothing to do with me. That has absolutely nothing to do with us as natural born women. So I'm not understanding why you guys constantly come for us. I don't understand. We are the ones that were out here trying to get straight black men to accept gay black men within the community, and we are the ones that have been supporting the trans people within our community as just being respected and being treated with human decency. So I'm not understanding how or why we are being attacked right now. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. We've been out here marching, protesting, fighting for equality when it comes to gay black men. So it's just weird. Like, we're the ones that accept you. We are the mothers that birth you. How is it that we are the ones to blame for why the black community has an issue with homophobia and transphobia? Like, that has nothing to do with us. It was created by man. It is an ideology that was forced onto us as women. So how is this our issue? How is this our fault? I'm not really understanding. It's, to me, let's blame the natural born black woman for everything because she's an easy target. That's what I'm getting from this video.
Giving birth, the only way a woman can exist, is that the only reason that women are here on this earth? To reproduce and give babies? Is that what you guys, is that how lowly you think of yourself as a woman? Is that how minimal and reduced you feel that womanhood should be? Is that really what it is? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm asking y'all, because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm asking y'all, does that make sense?
It don't make sense to you because you're confused.
I'm going to go with no. I'm not saying that black cis women are the sole perpetuators of these type of ideologies and that these problems only come from black cis women, but black cis women are the ones, like, in the ears of the black cis men that kill us. They're the ones in the ears of the black cis men that already hold aggressive ideologies against us. So for them to be like, oh, you're gay for liking this girl, blah, blah, blah. You are gay for liking da, da, da. You're the ones that are handing the gun to them, handing the knife to them to be like, go get her. Go kill another black woman. Go and turn all of these white supremacist ideologies that are so against everything that I feel the black community stands for, which is like unity, love, acceptance of like anybody. We are all in a constant like common struggle. So to exclude anyone, that just, I don't know, that just goes against like what blackness is for me. But either way, for black cis women to basically just like add fuel to the fire of, you know, black toxic masculinity.
That we didn't create.
You are no better. And you look stupid. You look really dumb. Yeah, you look really stupid, sis. You look dumb. You look hurt. That's not a good look, sis. I'm sorry, that's like not a really good look. You know, you do you, and I'll just keep doing me. But if you send me $5, I'll let you know if your man is in my DM, so. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget, what happened to it? I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, babies. Bye, bitch.
I gotta laugh because I'm not about to get upset about this. I'm sorry. Like, I was getting upset, but you know what? Nope. I'm not about to. I'm not about to get upset about this. I'm sorry. Y'all can get upset. Y'all can get upset. Get upset in the comments, please. Why are we blamed for everything? I don't understand. Natural born black women would just be out here minding our business, getting educated, trying to take care of our kids. It just seems like somebody will come and just insert us into their problems. But I'm gonna say this. This is why we need to focus on ourselves, because this is how they really feel about us. And this is just people. You try to find refuge in these different pockets of social groups within the black community, but in reality, they're not really supporting us. They're not really here for us and our cause and the things that we go through. And the fact that this woman, this black trans woman, basically said that the only thing that separates them are being able to have children, it just really shows how you really don't understand the plight of the natural born black woman. You think it's just the uterus, and that's what's really sad. And I think that's the huge disconnect. If a straight black man does not find you attractive, that has nothing to do with me. That's his preference. And I feel like he has a right to that. Just like I have a right to a preference, you have a right to a preference. He has that right to say he's not attracted to you. And I think that's the big delusion and disconnect when it comes to trans women, trans black women, is that you're gonna meet men that are just not attracted to you. And it's like you cannot force them to be attracted to you. I think it's just very weird, and you guys want to blame us for why they are not attracted to you sexually, romantically, whatever. And it's just like, I don't understand. I'm not saying that all straight men don't find you attractive, but that's the majority. I don't understand, what does that have to do with us? We don't have a say-so on what straight men find attractive and not attractive. We're dealing with those same issues. We're dealing with men not finding us attractive when we're a certain size or a certain way, or if we wear our hair a certain way, or if we are not the hourglass figure. It's like we have to deal with those things too. So I don't understand why we are being targeted, why we are the ones to blame for why the community looks the way that it does. And when it comes to a community, it's all about unity. And when it comes to unity within a community, it's all about man and woman, or trans woman, trans man, whatever, however you want to address yourself or label yourself. It's all about unity. So I don't understand how we are the ones to blame for why the community looks the way that it does, or why straight men treat you the way that they do, when in reality we are dealing with some of those issues as well. So they may be parallel to what you go through as a trans black woman, but they're still not the same. They're not the same. And it's like you guys want it to be the same so bad, but in reality biology is what separates us at the end of the day, and we have no control over that. You have no control over that, and that is just the reality of the situation. This person has a right to feel how they feel. She has a right to state her opinion in that way. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with her, but at the end of the day, it's her opinion, and if that's how she feels, if she wants to blame us for everything, that's cool. I mean, get in line, sis. Straight men blame us for everything too when it comes to our community. So it is what it is. But I will say this, I feel like we as natural born black women, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to put on our capes for ourselves, and we need to look out for each other, because this is how our community views us. Blaming us for destroying the black community, that's absolutely insane. If you feel that we've destroyed something, that means you see us as an enemy. So be careful, tread lightly, and really protect your space with boundaries. And I feel like that's what we need to practice. That's what I'm practicing on this channel, is creating healthy boundaries that are mainly good for black natural born women. We're looking out for ourselves. A lot of us are leaving Blackistanian. We leaving the community, so I just don't understand why we the ones to blame, and we ain't even there. We not even over there no more. A lot of us have burned our capes. I'm just not understanding why we're being inserted. I left. I'm not pro-black. I'm just focusing on me, mine, my family, because the black community as a whole lacks unity, it lacks leadership, and it's just leading you to a dead end ditch. It's not for me. I take on people as individuals. If you're a good person, if you give me good energy, I get good vibes from you, you can be in my space. Like, that's how I look at it. I'm not looking at it like, oh, you're trans, or oh, you're gay, or oh, you're pansexual, or oh, you're sexually fluid, like you can't come in my space. I'm not like that. If you're a good person, you have a good personality, you have good energy, you have good vibes, you can definitely come in my space. There's none of that, oh, you gotta be black, or oh, you gotta be this, or oh, you gotta be that. I'm not like that. But I do feel like respecting each other and our differences is something that we need to acknowledge, and that's really what's the issue within this entire video, is that we have our own issues, we have our own problems. We don't need to be grouped together, because again, because we're the most oppressed, our issues and our problems tend to get overlooked, and that's what we as black women are fighting for. This is why we are so territorial, is because we are fighting for equality. We're fighting for a voice within our community, within society, socially. So whenever we make a little progress, it's like, okay, we need to protect the territory that we've created, the little leadway that we have made. We need to protect that. And it's like trans black women just don't understand that. And once again, it has to do with the fact that you don't walk in our shoes, you don't live our life, you are not seeing the things that we go through day to day. And it looks differently depending on the woman, the environment, social class, and things like that. So there's just a lot to say, but I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer. But that's all that I have regarding this video. I would love your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, and please, verbatim, I really want to know how we as natural born black women are truly destroying the black community when it comes to transphobia, homophobia. How are we really actively destroying the community? I would like stories, scenarios, give me something, because there is a huge disconnect. I have never went out of my way to inflict homophobia or transphobia on someone. I have my way of life. I'm very traditional. I'm more conservative. But at the end of the day, like, what the next person chooses to do is really not my business. So I'm not really understanding. I don't feel like everyone needs to live my lifestyle. I don't feel like everyone needs to live the way that I live. I feel like it's a choice. It's your choice to choose your lifestyle. I really want to know, how is it that we as natural born black women are contributing to transphobia and homophobia within the community? And how is it that we're being blamed for why straight men don't want to accept you? I want to know more in detail. I would like to be educated on this. So that's all that I have regarding this video. Again, I would like your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. This is Real with Yoni, and I will see you guys in my next video.